Let's try this again. Cancel, quick play. You know what? We're gonna do this. Something interesting is if you come down here, you can find this little gazebo that's seen in the movie. A man stands about right here, and over there you have Stretch, Slim, whichever it is, who rises from the puppet booth and gets the blonde guy. I know it could be assumed that you're gonna find these little Easter eggs and references in the maps, but unfortunately the maps are more inspired / based off of the movie, as opposed to perfect recreations of anything in particular. So yeah, I just wanted to show off this neat little gazebo, which you really have no reason to ever come into. So yeah. And you can see that this is the police station from the movie. Around here is where Mike crashed his car into the back end of Dave's. Ma'am, do you mind? Unfortunately, the cop cars are not little Easter eggs or references. There's no plates, and this part is solid black. But this is a perfect recreation of the police station. We can step inside. Here's where Mooney sets the jail cells in there. We have this door over here that's covered in cotton candy. Let's see the desks. Now we'll take a... Well, I'd like to show this off, ma'am. I do not like being interrupted by stupid kids. People these days. Oh my god, how many of you are there? Well, you can see in here is the cells. Mooney would have walked over here, put Jumbo in here with the punk teenagers, and then later on in the movie when Dan shows up, there's all the footprints. And this isn't a reference to the movie or anything, but you can see Murderous Jester playing, free pizza, and then there's the Murderous Jester again. Simple little nod to Clowns, what with the Jester, and then free pizza today. Well, you could imagine that's the pizza clowns showing up at your door and blasting you. And you can hear the music playing in the bar. We have the Killer Klowns from Outer Space song. I really wish this played on the menu, but I'll settle for radios in this bar. Humans, I'm trying to enjoy the bar. Come on, man. Well, time to go back to listen to music.
Last human dead. We killed one and who survived.
And that voice, by the way, is supposed to be Klownzilla. Although this video rental store is not at all the same as the grocery store that Rudy and Shorty enter, the outside of this place looks pretty similar. Here's where Rudy would have been standing, and where the monkey animatronic is. So not really an Easter egg, or a reference. However, I thought I would still point it out just because the building's exterior is modeled the same. Oh, hi, human. Human, are we really doing this? Cool. Well, did not plan on getting any kills again, but we have some. Dang it, humans, let me show off the restaurant. Now you can see this restaurant, for some reason, they chose to name Terenzi's, which is the name of the Terenzi brothers. Now the Terenzi brothers technically appear in the game. One of the escapes involved their ice cream truck crashing through one of the barricades to save you. So I'm not quite sure why they chose to do this as an Easter egg, but it is an Easter egg nonetheless. So, yeah. Terenzi's. And walking down this neighborhood, we can find Debbie's house. The place where our main heroine lives. Debbie! Debbie! Are you home? We'll have pizza! Almost looks like you can see inside, but unfortunately it's just the reflection. Would have been cool to be able to enter this place, but it really feels like when it comes to the Easter eggs and the environments, not as much love was put into them as there was with something like Friday the 13th the game. I guess we'll leave. Hopefully we'll find and kill you some other time. To be honest, I do like the game enough, I would probably get the deluxe edition. So maybe we'll see you again as Debbie at some point. Goodbye, Debbie's home. Goodbye. Then leaving Debbie's neighborhood, we have the Big Top Burger. Now Jumbo, he was pulling a Dr. Disrespect or Ava Chris Tyson or what have you. You could say he was cosplaying as any number of YouTubers, trying to lure out a child. The little girl, though, got stopped by her mom. She would have been sitting somewhere, I would have thought around here. I guess the tables. Well, yeah, no, because they got to face the windows. So she would have been sitting right about here. And sees him waving. She's like, oh, hi, hello, Jumbo. See, they even have their hamburgers. These arcade machines, you really could have made those references. I'm sure, but oh well. There's nothing wrong with making your own original stuff. However, with Friday the 13th the game, for example, or from what little bit I've seen of the Texas Chainsaw game, mainly the Sawyer House, they do tend to put a lot of work into their environments and stuff, and paying respect and tribute to the actual movies. And even though there are locations like this, for example, it's a shame there's not more. There is the spaceship, which they could have done. They had in the trailers, they have had screenshots of as promotional material. Never made, or at least not public. And it would have been nice to be able to go into Debbie's house. But I guess this is fine. I would have liked to have seen more. And although I can't find any specific streets that could be the ones seen in the clown parade scene, buildings like this, with all the streamers and stuff, are very clearly meant to reference that scene. So yeah, not the clown parade street, but houses like this, Debbie's, they're references to the clown parade. Well, Richie, Paul, this one's for you. Ow. And of course, the Big Top. Well, that's quite literally the spaceship from the movie.
Invasion successful.
We're on the top of the world map, and I noticed this fence, for some reason does this. And you can see that this location here is meant to represent the top of the world. Oh, looks like there's a few humans over there already, trying to get it on. Now, I'm really only showing this spot to show you what the top of the world is meant to be on this map, and it's this space here. The spaceship comes soaring down and lands somewhere off in the distance, so it should look like there's a forest, but there's not one. Actually, there's an invisible wall. And I mean, I guess there's like those trees there, and then what looks like a mountain, but it should look more like a flat wilderness, as opposed to mountainous and... Dude! And not mountainous, and the trees relatively sparse. There's a lot of them, but they're really tall and spaced apart a lot. I would have expected to have seen a vehicle covered in cotton candy. I think this one is supposed to be the guy with the glasses. If I'm remembering right, I think he has a van. So maybe this is meant to be his car. But it should be entirely covered in cotton candy. And this, I think, is meant to be Mike's vehicle, if I'm remembering correctly. As far as from, like, the model of the car. But it should be darker. And it would have been neat if there was an Easter egg, like the trunk being popped open and you see the little life raft he has. But unfortunately, this was a real big missed opportunity when it comes to paying homage to the movie. I mean, you can see these machines are clearly inspired by the Klown's spaceship. But yeah, well, that's top of the world. And then here at the amusement park, we have the Crazy House. Lampposts aren't the same. You don't have the stand that's nearby. But hey, it's definitely the Crazy House. You can see that you can even kind of get into the wall a little bit. Maybe with Shorty you could hide here, or get a human and crouch. So for those of you unfamiliar with it, I don't know how that's possible unless you just didn't watch the movie. A security guard is standing here, and a car pulls up right around here. 5 or 6 clowns get out. What are you gonna do with those pies, boys? And then they pie him to death, turning him into a cotton candy glob right about here. Clowns march in, and Shorty places the cherry. And then they go in. Well, anyway, unfortunately, that is it when it comes to the Easter eggs and references. I'm not going to count the actual clowns themselves. However, if there were things like posters, for example, or even little things like if these poles had the little design on them, I'm pretty sure in the movie it was a striped pattern. Or if that one stand was about here or here, I forget where it sets exactly. But I would consider those Easter eggs and stuff. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be many in this game so far. If you know of any more, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. For all I know, maybe there are some more. Maybe even in the clothing customizations. But anyway, I'll end this here. This is a different type of Killer Klowns video. But none of the matches wanted to load, so I'm fine with just showcasing all of the Easter eggs I've been able to find. Hold it right there, I want to crack your nuts. I must crack your nuts? Oh wait, that's just the name of this. Oh. Okay, well that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Aww.
Looking for more horror fun?
You're goddamn right.
Then check out the VHS comic book series, a parody of the horror genre that follows the lives of 3 teens as they fight to survive a horror movie, where every day is loaded with blood, boobs, and buds. The first 2 issues can be found in the description below.
I was obsessed with VHS.